guys, I've made a decision. I'm not modeling the D&H anymore. Whoa, what are we talking about? It's true. I'm not modeling the Delaware and Hudson Railroad Company anymore. At least, not for a couple months. I'm trying to experiment. I still have D&H trains on the layout, but I decided I'm going to model my own company. And also happens to have the same name, totally a coincidence, as our club, the Adirondack and Lake Champlain Railroad. And this is going to be set in 1990 to 2000 about. So right around the transition period for Plattsburgh Industrial Railroading. The Plattsburgh Air Force Base was still in operation in the beginning of that time period, but by the end it was out, and CP was the owner of the railroad at the time, and still is, rebuilt the Chateauguay branch, and basically changed the industrial railroading aspect of Plattsburgh. So this is kind of that transition period. And in my story, a hurricane wipes out the south end of the D&H. And in this transition period from Guilford to now this short line operator, it's basically an industrial Plattsburgh to Rouse's Point interchange local industry short line. Here's how the railroad works. We have a yard in Plattsburgh here. This is the lakefront, waterfront yard in Plattsburgh. And this was in place through the 90s in real life. CP eventually slowly moved operations to Bluff Yard, which is south of Plattsburgh. But this short line isn't like CP, so they're going to keep the yard here, and they actually are making transload facilities. You can see there's all these cars here. Some of them are being transloaded, such as these covered hopper cars. And actually, just for fun, I know this makes no sense whatsoever, but I had an intermodal ramp here, or a spot where an intermodal ramp will be, just because, trailers, I love my intermodal, and short haul intermodal I always found quite fascinating, so that's just there for fun. And yeah, otherwise we have the engine track here. The railroad operates D&H, Alcos, and a U-boat, and actually a Jeep, so all three builders. So it's D&H equipment. Again, this is only a couple months to see if I like it. I probably will end up going back to the D&H. So I'm not buying or selling any equipment, no relettering anything. It's just a change of pace, a change of operations. I got most of the cars out here are pretty modern as compared to before. I had some more cars from, the 60s, 70s. These are more, cars you'd see in the 90s, maybe late 80s if you're going to nitpick. These passenger cars over here are because this railroad actually, like the Vermont Railway, runs passenger excursions from time to time. So let's get into some of the daily operations of the Adirondack and Lake Champlain in 1992. Our day begins at Plattsburgh Yard when the yard crew, SC-12, fires up U-23B, number 2308. SC-12 retains its name from the D&H days. Before servicing any other industries or working in the yard, SC-12 brings a pair of boxcars north to the GP Mill on the north end of town. The mill is the railroad's largest customer, and same-day interchange service is crucial to the railroad's success. while later, SC-12 returns to the yard with one load. With the time-sensitive GP work completed, SC-12 runs south to the South Junction transload facility to pick up and empty. We head north to Cumberland Avenue to watch transfer freight RPPL, the 5-days-a-week train connecting the industries of Plattsburgh with the outside world. After running around their train, RPPL shoves the inbound cars down the engine lead, as there are no available tracks in the yard. As PLRP builds their train, SC-12 returns and waits until the yard is clear. With their outbound train assembled, PLRP departs Plattsburgh. The consist includes cars from yesterday's run to South Junction. After spending the afternoon switching and serving the various industries, SC-12 ties down for the night on the engine lead.